Hello all of you. I want to take this moment and just thank each and every potential investor who has been able to attend my assembly and briefing. I wanted to begin with general comments. As we know, our religious teaching tells us that the concept of sloth is a sin. In addition, one is unable to become successful if that person is afflicted with idleness. This fear of sin that each of us shares is the reason that I have requested everyone's attendance. In short, I want to open a business for myself, a textile mill, in which you all will be the investors. I believe this will be a lucrative endeavor because trade embargoes have wreaked havoc on our economy. For example, our citizens have had to look towards homespun clothing and the put-out method in order to acquire fabric. Also, the rising number of enslaved persons in our country will lead to the American South being in high demand of clothing. Also, the rising middle class will need access to fabric as well. Before I begin my request of your capital, I will speak on the individual progress I have made. First, I have found several spots, all of which are near running water, that would be ideal places in which to construct a clothing mill. It should be noted that all of these are in the state of Massachusetts. Secondly, I have written to newspapers and have discussed with the local townsfolk how I am able to build a mill, that I am going to build a mill in any of the pertaining spots. This way I will ensure the mill has both available builders and a healthy workforce to utilize and draw from once the mill is complete. My aim is to have a city built around my mill so that the job opportunities can be taken advantage of. Third, I have researched the routes of the swiftest and safest roads that must be taken in order to reach several destinations. It is important that the safest paths be taken because, of course, in our law states that if our products are lost or damaged while en route to their destination, the owner of the business will assume the loss, this is something I wholeheartedly accept. I believe that I will succeed because I am vigilant. As you can see how I have looked for ideal places to build the mill. I am also aggressive, for I have already alerted the townsfolk that I, an aspiring merchant who has connections to powerful and wealthy individuals, am building a mill towards the nearby river. I wish to have a factory built, and so I want it to be equipped with several power looms. I am of course interested in the mass production of cheap clothing that will be used for domestic work. I do not want to use the put-out method. I want everyone to know that just because the clothing is cheap, I will not attempt to sell my products above their market price, especially since this is an act that is against the law, our Puritan law. By using power mills, I am able to consolidate every step in the manufacturing process in one place. Thus, I am able to eliminate the concern with time, labor, and material loss associated with the putting out system. Therefore, I find that I must request funding for the purchase of looms. In addition, I will need funding that will be used to pay the workers, and these people will construct the buildings, install the power looms, and build the waterways that are essential to my success. They will also make other fixtures. At this point, roads will need to be the main mode of transportation as well, since the Erie Canal and others like it have not been completed. As we all know, the roads have expensive toll fees, so I will need funding for when the first shipments are sent to the borders of our country. You will see the profits that this mill earns be placed back into the business itself. This is because I wish to bring the fear of idleness to other locations as I expand my business. One location I am interested in is Illinois, so that I may take advantage of the Mississippi River, which will allow me to deliver my garments to the South. I believe the canals will help me address the problem of the South's lack of infrastructure, such as roads. So to recap my requests, I require funding for building the factory and its waterways, for purchasing the power looms, for paying the workers, and for covering the tolls on the first 20 shipments. This ends my assembly, and I would like to thank everyone for attending. I hope you all participate in investing in my business. Thank you.